Hey guys, what's going on? It's Meatwagon, and look at this. I'm actually bringing you some Battlefield Bad Company 2 video here. Basically, in this one, this was D-Crew Colin, Guns for Hire, Spider Bite, and myself playing defense on Harvest Day here. And on this particular map, it's about the tanks. You know, the tanks are coming in. You can see here early on they pushed up into some vehicles, and they got an early plant in here on the B side. But you know what I'm going to do here is talk a little bit of tactics on the battlefield, you know, the battlefield type things like this. Like you can see, I saw a lot of our guys went in there to defuse. No reason for me to go in there. I need to come out here and look for their mobile spawn, because I'm sure they set one up, and you can see right here, here it is, a little pistol whip in on these guys. You can see there's a little bit of lag for me. Now I don't know, I've noticed a lot lately when I do get back on Battlefield that there's some strange delay, like on hit detection, things like that. I don't know if it's I'm playing with a full Canadian crew here and I'm all the way on the west coast of the U.S. or if it's just I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. I hope that it's not like this on Battlefield 3. But I can tell you the strange thing about that is once in a while you'll get where it seems like that the lag effect is on your side. It's to your benefit, meaning you're seeing people long before they see you. You're shooting long before they even can react to you, and you go into these beast mode games. And it seems like, for me, that's few and far between, because, again, I'm thinking it might be because most of the people I squad up with, they're either on the East Coast of the US or they're on the East Coast up in Canada, and it may be that I'm just joining a server over there, basically having a higher ping to that server, even though this is on PS3. But what we're doing here as far as strategy goes is we're just trying to make a line here out front. I think that Guns is running Guns is right there running the assault kit, so he's providing ammo for our rockets. Colin's running AT4, I'm running RPG, and I believe Spider's running RPG. And we're just trying to have some fun, you know, blowing up tanks and doing some long-range RPG shots. You can see I'll actually take a couple crazy long-range shots without using a tracer dart or anything. I really like having my pistol close range. You can see in a lot of my Battlefield games I'll actually switch to the pistol, because you can do work. You can do work in Battlefield with your pistol. It's definitely a useful tool, you know, in your arsenal. So when I have to actually look at this long range going for the RPG, when I have to switch that out with a tracer, you know, when there's a lot of air support, I feel like I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage. So I try and hold on to that pistol because, again, I really like using it. You can fire it really fast, and it's got pretty good stopping power. It'll put guys down quick. So anyway, like I said, what we're doing here is we're running 3 engineers and 1 assault, trying to fortify a front line of defense. This is on the first base, and we're pushed out. We're trying to stay out in front of our targets. You can see I'm going, even though I don't have a shot on these guys, I spot them. I get the spot assist. You know, always want to spot for your teammates. Always try and spot whether it's vehicles or enemies, because if you get taken out, it's going to alert your teammates to where these enemies are, maybe where they're setting up mobile spawn points. You see, like this guy, they're pushing in hard with vehicles. Some of them are even putting C4 on the vehicles and jumping out of them and trying to drive the C4 into our front line here to break through. It seems that, you know, some of the tactics these days on Battlefield, on Bad Company, because it's an older game, people are basically, I don't know if you want to just say having fun with it, but there's a fair amount of douchebaggery going on where, you know, with auto shotties and the C4 stuff on MCOM stations and putting them on vehicles. So, you know, my suggestion is, if you're still playing Battlefield or Bad Company here, and just don't worry about that stuff. Don't let it get to you. Go out and have a good time. Try and squad up, because I would imagine without a squad of teammates, it could really wear on you, some of the stuff that's kind of going on with this. And, you know, I'm hoping that some of those things are addressed in Battlefield 3. You know, like, I think when the Vietnam expansion pack came out for Bad Company, they patched the effectiveness of C4 on the MCOM crates to where you couldn't just go in there and lay, you know, 6 C4 charges on it and blow it up, you know. That just seemed like a kind of a weak tactic, you know, to go in and do that. Go in there, armor it, stand there and set up a defense and defend your plant. You know, that's kind of what it's about. Blowing it up, I don't know, I just never really agreed with it, but it was a tactic used, and I do believe that they patched it in the Vietnam expansion pack. And you know, just as the action is going on in this game, I want to talk about Vietnam a little bit and Battlefield 3. Again, I just continue to look for mobile spawn points here. I know I can hear their characters actually talking. I know that they're setting up their spawn points either down by the river or in this tree line up here to my right. And later on you'll see I jump in a tank just so that they won't take the tank, because I didn't really want to be in a tank. I wanted to be out here with my rockets having fun. But I take the tank and I try and go around and run over the buildings to take away any cover for any mobile spawn points. But as I was saying about the Vietnam expansion pack, I had a lot of fun playing the Vietnam expansion pack for sure. It not only was it like a new game, it was almost like a whole new game. You know, after you've been playing Bad Company 2 for so long, this whole expansion pack came out that it was, you know, it was Vietnam era. It was Vietnam-based guns, older tanks, different maps, things like that. And I had a lot of fun playing it. But now that I come back and play a little bit of Bad Company 2, it almost seems like they did some game mechanic tweaks. And I don't know for sure, and it could just be a feeling. You know, the feeling, the playability type feeling is what I'm talking about. But I think they were for the better. You know, it seemed like the actual gunplay and recoil, kind of controllability of your guns, and if you were burst firing and you were on target, you know, you could put people down. A couple, like an AK, you know, you're burst firing your gun at these guys, you're going to put them down in like 3 shots, it seemed. And you could definitely, you know, when you burst fire, you're going to stay on target. So, and I didn't seem to find nearly as much lag, that built-in lag. Now, it could have been just because they were active servers, and maybe I was joining ones that were on the West Coast, and maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm pretty sure they're dedicated servers. I don't think that they're peer-to-peer hosting on console. Again, I'm not an expert when it comes to Bad Company 2 or Vietnam. Even though I played the game a lot, I really enjoy it. You know, that's just what it was for me, is get in there and play it and have fun with it. You know, win games, squad up with your friends, and run around and shoot rockets and blow up vehicles. But like I said, if I'm mistaken, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that it's dedicated servers. That's why the little bit of lag that I experience is surprising to me. But again, if a server is on a different coast than you, or if you're playing from like the UK or you know, Europe or Australia or something, and you happen to get on a US-based server, something like that, you're going to experience a higher connection to that server or a higher ping, and you're going to be at a disadvantage. So the funny thing is you know, everybody talks about dedicated servers excuse me, versus peer-to-peer like there is in Call of Duty, and that on the overall basis of that, you're gonna get better, more fair connections for everyone on dedicated servers. So it's definitely the way to go. It's definitely the way to go. But like I said, I really like the Vietnam expansion pack. Going back to Bad Company 2 here, it's a lot of fun. But it is a little bit different. It feels a little bit different to me. The guns feel a little bit different as far as recoil and things of that sort. So I'm hoping that, and I'm sure it will be, because it's a new game. It's a you know, the new what do they call it? The Frostbite 2 engine. You know, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so cool. And here's the way I look at this. This is what, you know, especially for a channel like NextGenTactics, having Battlefield 3 and having Modern Warfare 3, both of those games just gives you so many options. You know, what if you're you're a fanboy of one or the other, and maybe you're not having a good night, maybe your friends aren't on, you can go jump on the other game knowing that you have two super high quality shooters to choose from. You know, I wish that like right now one of them would actually come out now, so I'd have something really cool to play now, and that maybe they would be staggered better, to where you could dedicate your time to this game, and then when Modern Warfare 3 comes out, you jump on that, rank up, and have a good time. And then, into the new year, 2012, now you've played a little bit of each one, you got it ranked up, you can jump back and forth. But, the world is not a perfect place, so we can't stagger our blockbuster titles out as good as I would like. But you're going to have the option to play both of these games, and I definitely recommend for you to play both games. Don't limit yourself. I mean, if you like first-person shooters, you're going to get something great out of Battlefield 3, and you're going to get something great out of Modern Warfare 3. So there's the little glitch where it says your team lost, but we actually won that game. We held them off at the first base. They couldn't get past the first base. Had a blast playing with the NGT guys, with D-Crew Colin, Spiderbite, Guns for Hire. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.